Welcome to the Practical Buddhist. Today's talk is about opening up your heart to embrace all aspects of your being and everything that's ever happened to you or will happen to you. You may react with, "That's crazy. Why would I want to do that?" Stay with me. All of our suffering stems from memory of our past experiences. There is no end to our storehouse of bad memories about the past, whether it involves our interaction with parents and siblings, peers, or the larger world. And these memories impact us here and now by affecting how we respond to situations we encounter in the present and how we think about the future. Most of us certainly have good memories as well, but somehow those are of less interest to the ego mind. And it's the bad ones that surface regularly to torment us in the present. If you want to end your suffering, what I've described is clearly a harmful dynamic. How to change that dynamic? That's what the heart's embrace is all about. It's amazing what we can endure and even thrive in the face of if we have the right attitude. One day, several years ago, a friend told me about a teaching he had come across that encouraged opening up your heart to embrace all aspects of your being. He noted that I often seemed caught up in trying to free myself from problems, and that I should try this practice of embracing them instead. I knew this was certainly consistent with the teaching of Pema Chodron and others. And so when I next meditated, I sat with my heart, and I felt it embrace all aspects of my being, including my trauma, my weaknesses, my wounded inner child. As I did this, I hugged myself. The experience was cathartic, with tears streaming down my face. Notice that I did not say I embraced all aspects of my being. Instead, my heart, my true self, did this. My ego mind would never embrace all aspects of my being. Only my heart, my true self, will do that and free me. One further note. When I embrace my trauma, I visualize various key elements of my trauma, not just from childhood, but as an adult as well. And so my heart is directed to key moments that the heart needs to embrace in order for me to be truly free of my ego mind, and thus at peace and happy. Why all this detail? As with other areas of practice, I found that the more specific one is as to what you are addressing, the better. A further development in this practice over time was that I specifically embraced all aspects of my being and experience, and not just the past, but past, present, and future. I felt that this was critical. Embracing the past and present is an essential part of accepting my life as it is at this moment, without which there is no peace. This is one of those things where one doesn't ask how you do it. You just do it. It's amazing when you say things repeatedly, whether it's affirmations or self-criticism, the power those things have to change your life, either for good or bad. As for the future, this is a matter of faith. You may ask, faith in what? As I've said in other videos, not faith that things will change the way you'd like, nor faith in your fellow man, rather faith in yourself. In the sense that you know that things are the way they are because it's just the way it is, and that you will be okay, safe, regardless what life throws at you. Like the title of the 50s song, Que sera, sera, what will be, will be. Because you have returned home, and you will always return home, to your true Buddha nature, to your heart, and so be at peace and happy. When you have that faith, because you know you will be at peace and happy regardless, nothing offends, and all internal and external struggles cease to be. But how do you know that? as a further result of opening my heart to embrace all aspects of my being and experience, I, for the first time, knew from within the truth of Pema Chodron's teaching that we have everything we need inside ourselves to be at peace and happy. Because we don't need anything to be a specific way to be at peace and happy. I had embraced everything, regardless what comes to be. Free of internal struggle, I felt at peace and happy. That is my natural state. Only we can take that state away from ourselves. By implication, we have the power to give it back to ourselves. I felt an undefined faith and trust, and because I was one with my heart, I felt strong and I smiled. Please note that with all practices, this is not a once and done thing. You need to come back and implement the heart's embrace practice regularly, if not daily. It will be a fundamental underpinning for your inner peace. My life has truly been transformed by this meditation. Nothing that I have experienced since has agitated me, has pushed my buttons. I'm aware and experience things directly and dispassionately, free of labels. And because I know I have everything I need inside myself to be at peace and happy, I do not allow my ego mind to engage in its endless what-ifs about the future. I know that I will be spiritually safe regardless, and allow nothing to interfere with my peace and happiness. For more about the Heart's Embrace practice, see my post of that title on my blog noted at the end of this video. May you find peace and happiness.